What's up, good people? What's up? We back on another episode of Young and Naughty here. You know you got Big Yeez.
Dollar here.
Boy Wolf.
And today, we about to talk about this motherfucker right here.
Which one?
Lia Thomas.
This one.
Yeah, that one, yeah. Now look,
This story was just interesting though. Go ahead.
y'all know how we get down. We don't give a fuck. It's gonna be raw. It's gonna be uncut.
What's up?
Now, my personal opinion in regards to this nigga is
This nigga.
why go transgender and he be like, I want to swim with the women, knowing damn well you a slow loser can't swim with the men. Straight up, like you finish in a bold spot with the men, right? But you go over to the women's and just annihilate
I
them.
think he was ranked like when he was a man like 400 something. I think 400 something. But go ahead.
Then you go to the women's and you just annihilate their whole
Now he a champion.
fucking style. Like,
Was that the group of the best women though?
it was a
NCAA
gold
or
medalist,
something like that.
Yeah.
Championship.
Crazy.
Olympian women in there,
So
and
all the college
And
women.
he bust their ass.
just bust their asses.
Yeah, it say he went from being ranked 462 as a man swimmer to the #1 swimmer in the women's swimming.
And everybody okay with that?
Not everybody.
Yeah, not
But-
not me.
But
I
and
ain't.
the NCAA is.
That's crazy.
And
I
it's,
thought
and they,
sports was supposed to be fair, right?
right, and they pushed the agenda in the NCAA saying y'all should just make it fair for us with transgenders. Like, wait a minute, this is a male separated female thing. Like, I don't get it. Why you want to mash up? Like, I don't know.
Why you want to put males with females?
Because it's certain institutions that don't want the drawback from seeming like they biased or being some type of discriminatory towards groups of people, whether it's the LGBTQ, black, or whatever. So colleges honestly might be coming across as the most try to be woke, like, you know, institutions in the country, because the college students are the woke crowd, so to speak.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And they trying to appease them. So including transgender men or transgender women in sporting events or whatever the case may be, they feel like that's the only equal way.
I say, get their ass their own sports leagues. Even though it might not be enough of them yet to really like make up full teams, so what? There's no point in mixing them into the regular sports with regular male and females.
And I just thought about
Not
that.
saying they not regular, but you changing your gender.
Dude still might end up being a crybaby because he like, well, I went to women's to compete with the women because I feel like a woman. But
Exactly, but you not, bro.
exactly. Then you get mixed up with transgender, and still get your ass bust. He gonna be heartbroken as hell. So
What that shit you said about if he die? And like they dig
no,
up his
see,
remains
so-
in 40 years or some shit,
so-
100 years.
Transgender man or transgender woman, whatever the case may be, I can look at it like, and I know it's gonna be offensive, but that's fine.
It is what it is, an opinion. It's
I
fine.
look at it like they're in a fantasy world to where they like, just because you truly believe you're a woman, you can't make reality around you view yourself as that. Like, I can't go around and be like, I'm a real life pig. I cannot say that. And then if you be like, you're not a pig human, I can't get mad. Like, no, I said I'm a pig.
You
Like,
can get bacon off me. I am.
like that's the type of like, you know, fantasy that the transgender community want us to partake in, when we like, no, in reality you're a man.
In
Like, for
reality,
example, what
exactly.
you said, if Lia Thomas were to die and 50 years after her death they dig up her bones, they can identify
They gonna say it's a
her
man.
as being a man
For
from
sure.
her bones. And you know, at the end of the day, that's what the people that's, you know, in reality trying to tell the transgender community, like, listen, we get it. Nobody want hate crimes against y'all. Y'all can be whatever
Facts.
y'all can identify what y'all want, but you cannot make me think or say that you're a woman when I know you're a man. That's just me. You cannot make me believe what you believe in.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really where, you know, the colleges and, you know, athletic, you know, board and all that shit, they trying to make it equal for transgender people. But it's like, look at
That ain't
that.
equal though. That's not equal as fuck.
You could be a woman, train your whole life,
Yeah.
just to lose to a man that can just walk on. We could walk on pretty much a lot of shit that women have been trained their whole life and dominate. High school, I think it was a story like a bunch of high school soccer team beat a professional women's soccer team or something like that and demolished them. Like, it just is what it is.
was about to say
That's
something
why
about
we
age,
separated
too.
by
Yeah.
genders. So
Definitely. What else though? Oh, and I was also saying some shit like, and if they do want to let them play, bro, don't let them be able to win for real. You could play
what you
with
mean
us.
by win for real?
Like the
But that-
fucking gold medal.
So that
everybody
you
should
just
know.
Be playing for fun.
Yeah, you just there, bro. You
That's
can
like-
play, but you can't win the medal because you're supposed to beat them.
That's like
That's how I
saying
feel about it.
taking college students who getting ready to go into the league into like high school, just like go ahead and see what y'all can do. Play. This gonna be real competition. Y'all get real rewards and shit like that. Like that shit don't make sense
It's
to me.
worse because, like, at least I feel like a high school basketball team and a college basketball team. I feel like with the high school basketball team good enough, they can pretty much compete with a college if it's man on man.
Of course.
The this between men and women that's a bigger gap. Like,
big ass gap.
you can't really,
Our bone structure and everything, bro.
Like-
We're supposed to be more powerful, more stronger. We can endure more damage. All that.
Serena Williams said it herself. I remember
Exactly.
it was like a little debate on some BBC, one of them Canadian talk shows, but they was basically saying there was a girl saying that Serena Williams is not the best female tennis player of all time, but one of the best tennis players of all time. And one of the guys on the panel, he was a former tennis player. He was like, in the men's, she wouldn't even rank in the top 20,
For sure.
And the lady was disputing that, but a couple weeks later, Serena Williams asked that because, the reporter
caught
think
wind
that,
of it.
and she was like, no, he is right. Like, I hate to admit it, but there's a reason why man cannot play women. Man has faster reflexes, faster muscle twitch. They hit the ball harder, they hit the ball faster, they're more, and she was like, it's just not even, close. So it's like, just acknowledge it. It is what
That's
it is.
it, yeah,
I
be
get
real.
the whole
Be real with
fairness
yourself.
of the, including
Includes you.
transgender community within, but it's like y'all talk about equality, but now it's not equal because
They're throwing off the fucking balance.
women, natural born women, are not getting a fair share.
Nope.
I don't want to train my whole life as a woman just to finally get to the point where I feel like I see just to lose to
A
a
man.
man
Away
that
from
decided to just.
That's
And hell, what's to
Nah,
stop?
what-
What's to stop men
transgendering.
from fucking taking advantage of that? What's to stop men from identifying as a woman,
Just
go
to
to
go
a
win some
tournament,
shit,
win a
man.
cash prize, and then like
That ain't nothing stopping that. That's what I'm saying.
At that point,
I don't mind you partaking, but you can't get the accolades for it.
yep. At that point, take the transgender out and just send niggas to women's sports and just let them dominate.
Give them their own league, bro.
right, mix it in. If y'all want to do that, mix it in. What's the difference? What is the difference between a transgender woman who's really a man, that was born a man, and man just? What's the difference?
Like, what is the difference? For
One,
Exactly.
one is identifying as a woman, and one is not.
Yeah. That's the
Like,
only difference.
And then
that I
what
see.
they take what some type testosterone like reducing drugs to like so
Right,
they
that should,
testosterone
that
be
should
a-
disqualify them already.
I'm just saying, well, to lower their testosterone so they won't be as, to try to like make their hormones a little bit more feminine. But
Still
it's like
wrong.
it's
It's still
still
fucking
not
up
enough.
something.
You still are a man. Your muscles and your bone density, all that shit is still that of a man. So it's like
Mhm.
it really wouldn't matter. Like I don't want to get over, but look at
that nigga 6'5".
like I'm not trying to like talk about anybody, but that is a man structure though. That is a body that is built to be more durable, more stronger. Like it's not that's not really.
you can tell though. Like, come on, man.
No,
We as people or
They letting Buddy get away with murder.
America, we got to do better than that, bro.
like let's come on, look at that jawline, look at that. That is a handsome man. That is a man. That is a man, America.
That is a man.
Competing with women and winning.
He like
And taking the credit like
he
he really had competition out there.
that nigga look like he should be running for the Republican office or some shit. That nigga looks like
He really make it seem like niggas get emotional. He's be like, oh, I'm about to go ahead and transfer.
Watch and see what this open up though. It might get worse.
well, I mean, it's already a point where in the UFC there are some female
That's
fighters,
crazy.
some
Nah, that should really be against.
That-
You
you
really
know, like-
fighting a girl,
Like,
bro.
for real, though.
What the fuck wrong with the world, bro? Just let them get their own shit.
Equality, but
Just put them against each other. Don't put them against the regulars, bro.
And women, we understand that y'all all for the
The regulars.
the
funny.
transgenders, the gays, and all of that, but y'all fought for y'all rights, and y'all need to keep fighting.
That's
That
going
ain't
against
fair.
that shit.
That ain't fair at all.
And I would call out feminists, like women that's hardcore feminists,
They probably scared to say something
basically
to that.
paint men as these oppressors who dominate the world and
he
never
coming
give
to
women
do
a
this.
chance and shit like that.
He coming to do the same thing.
But it's like this is like a true invasion of things that y'all should own. A women-dominated sport for a man to go there, a transgender woman, however you want to put it, to go there and just dominate hard-working women that have been training their whole life.
The whole life.
That should be something y'all should be frustrated with, not just the man in corporate America who's keeping it. I get
Man.
that. I get that fight. I'm not like trying to like toss that fight to the side or nothing. But I'm just saying this right here is something that I feel like I don't see much feminists.
Part of y'all equality for
about.
sure.
Now this not equality. This is
Just manslaughter.
Inclusion. That's inclusion.
and then you
That ain't
can't.
equality.
It ain't no sis. It ain't no like what's the one I'm looking for? Examples, I'm gonna say, of women who transition to man
It ain't
going
never
into
gonna-
man sports.
never gonna
They as much as they want to live in their fantasy world, they
Ain't
know
gonna happen,
if
bro.
I get on that damn football field, if I get in
I'm
that
gonna get
boxing
killed,
ring,
bro.
if I get in that UFC ring, it's gonna be bad for me. Like
Yeah.
they fantasy
Then they
only
see
go
something
so
wrong
far.
with it though. If a woman go to the man's side and get hurt or killed, oh, she shouldn't have been over there. Duh. So what the fuck is the difference when you send a man to the women's?
Man,
it
I-
shouldn't be over there.
And
I'm thinking
I do-
about it. Shit, I think about this. Identify as a woman, go win me a cash prize, and what y'all do?
I do get females in high school want to play, football and shit like that. Okay, cool. You got a couple of them play football. They probably, can durate that because we are, high school kids. But going to the next level, college and NFL,
Yeah, it
it's
should
gonna
be
be
a
too
tough
High
hard.
bro.
school, I feel like after a certain age,
Shit, high school the challenge too. Some of them high
the
school
man,
big
like
as
I
fuck.
feel like up to the age of like maybe 5 or 6, there's no difference between a male body and a female body when it comes to little girls and little boys.
That's true.
Once they get older, the boys start getting substantially more stronger. Like my sister Dede, my older sister, she used to bully me all the time. She 3 years older than me. At a certain age, it was just no more. She was older than me, bigger than I was still just flexing her and just like, no, this is a rap. I got my boy strength now.
Mental strength,
Yeah, I got my boy strength. So it's like high school they'll get. There's no way. No, it's not even like little kids. They like a little league soccer, little league football. Then yeah, it's the same. But once it start getting past that shit,
Teens, yeah, from your teenage years to your grown years, yeah, that's the rap.
but this ain't it, right? Like I get it, equality, but what we doing here? Like what do we do? What do we really like? If America or institutions or whatever want to start appeasing to every group of people out there,
The Greeks,
it's
they trying to go back to that weird Greek shit.
what you mean?
All that gay shit from over there. I ain't got no problem with none of that. I'm just saying, the old ways, it's the weird ways, man.
So you feel like
This being acceptable
in Greece,
is
they
going-
started
it's taking
that,
it back.
They started that
Hell
homosexuality.
yeah, man. You don't see all them sculptures and shit when they got little kids sitting on their laps and they naked. They be having
What
they
about-
fucking what?
I'm about to say, what about the Catholic Church shit like that?
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
true.
the same as like pedophilia and stuff? So you
I feel like it's all the same. It all came from over there. And they want this shit to be acceptable. I think they going after the kids with this shit.
European.
Fucking the kids up.
I didn't think about that neither.
It's deeper than just this sports shit, for real.
Oh, you talk about so the whole be yourself. You could be whatever man, woman, and people
Yes,
saying
bro.
they kid is a they.
You can't change your
no
sex,
gender
man.
identity and shit
You're
like
born
that.
what you are.
That's
you
true.
might feel away, but you can't change your sex into what you want to be, man. You can be what you want to be in this world, but you can't be
And
like
honestly,
I'm a girl now.
I would if like
That's
I
crazy.
can understand. I would be more accepting to motherfuckers that want to be any race. Like fuck it, whatever.
different,
Because
yeah.
you at the same, you a human, or whatever,
Human is a
skin,
human,
whatever.
yeah.
Fine, whatever. You can do
Sexual
that.
religion,
Even
race,
though,
gender, that's
even
kinda-
though there's vastly different, shades of people and identifying qualities and shit like that. Asian with eyes, Indians with their skin, whatever the case may be. But to try to change your biological structure from a male to a female, you don't have the same genitalia. Leah Thomas, she cannot bear children.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So in their fantasy world, where they say like, "Oh, I'm a woman," why are they blocking that part out? But like, come on, like,
It's gonna be here one day. Everybody think a
Who?
man gonna be able to bear a transgender
Man, what?
female. That's what he is.
I see you trying to speak into
no, that's
existence 'cause
a
it's possible.
male just
A
trying to be a
transgender
female.
male.
Yeah.
I don't know how they called it, but yeah, they gonna fuck around and be able to have kids. Then what we gonna say?
But how they gonna birth these kids? Like, what the
They
hell?
not gonna birth no. They,
This
Nigga,
shit-
you gotta have the structure of a woman, body
It's-
internal
it's-
and external,
Unless
just
it's
to
some
bear children.
surgery
I feel
that
like-
can put in a whole
That's what I was about to say.
woman reproductive system.
When women
then-
die, they might fucking take their reproductive organs out and give them to the man that's alive that want to be a woman, bro. This shit can get real weird, dog.
Man, you gotta
That-
be able
that-
to withstand that surgery. Oh, that's
that don't even
crazy.
seem like that would be possible though.
That's about to say that sounds so illogical though.
Like that don't seem like it. Could be
I wouldn't think that you can slice the damn penis off and tuck it in to be a vagina.
That's
neither.
way different than giving the male
A
body
whole
like,
internal surgery,
their
like-
reproductive
Man,
system.
they will try to.
That's light years away.
2022 still.
That's
I'm
like-
trying to get. See, what year would it get weird? 2030, bro. It's gonna be.
You been there? You been in 2030?
Nope. I'm thinking ahead.
That mean a man will be able to get all this shit switched up to where another man can shoot sperm in him.
Yes,
and go
bro.
to his-
Yep. It's gonna get real wicked and weird, dog. I feel sorry for the kids. For
Where
real.
they can get
Fuck.
pregnant and have.
At least one.
That I don't know.
They
That
might be able to have one kid.
That seems like that's a little bit. That might
Seem
be.
like a
it
reach,
might.
man,
It might
but,
be though. You never know though.
These scientists and these fucking.
When females was walking around with the damn cramp machine, putting them on niggas couldn't bear that fucking pain.
I don't think they might not. They might not get the period pains though.
The machine that make you feel the pain of birth or something like that.
Yeah, niggas couldn't even stand that shit. What you think a nigga gonna be able to stand?
I
Like,
think
come on,
maybe
man.
stand that. I could like
Women have cramps, period cramps that just like unbearable. Like
I don't think women ever got kicked in the balls either though. So it's like, I mean, I'm just saying like though.
you right, but you can't
I wanted
compare.
to get
Nah.
them getting kicked in the pussy hurt. Getting kicked in the
I'm
vagina.
get kicked in the pussy. Come in. I would assume it hurt like it's just like
It's
getting
a
kicked
whole
anywhere
ball,
else.
right?
Like
Yeah,
it's
you get
nerves.
right to the meat. Bitch.
What was I watching? I watched a cartoon and she got kicked in the coochie and then her. I think it was King of the Hill. He was like, I don't feel nothing. Ever since I thought, but a girl told me like, what nigga, what?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
still
I don't want
meat
to
and
kick my
bones.
coochie. I was like,
There's
oh,
meat and bones down there,
I
so it's gonna
I
hurt.
thought that maybe it didn't hurt. I saw it on the cartoon. Damn,
Goofies.
I ain't never thought to kick a bitch in the coochie.
This
Me
thanks
neither.
to this nigga.
Me neither.
Yeah,
Thought,
okay.
keep it up.
Keep it up. That's
Keep it up.
crazy.
That'll be the
Nah,
hardest
but-
move you pull ever, boy.
But nah, yeah, this I don't know.
Just our thoughts on this crazy
I don't-
situation, man.
I'm not finna partake in the transgender community fantasies.
Me
I
neither.
respect y'all. It's not it's not that type of video, and I know it don't even matter.
They gonna take it how they
The
want to.
very fact that we even said something about this will offend the transgender community to a certain extent. But if you were born a man, you cannot tell me that no, you're a woman now. I'm sorry, that's just what I'm. It's like you cannot tell me you're a dog or a pig or a horse or fucking. If you were born a certain species and a certain gender of that species, that is what you are. To me, to you, you can be whatever the fuck you want to be.
What's up?
But at the same time, this shit, that shit,
Unfair.
that's not. It's a cap on it. There's a cap on equality when it comes to this shit.
For real. This is
feel
taking,
like-
like you said, your fantasy into somebody else's world. You can't just do shit like that.
And to think, and for this man to think that that's okay, like to think that I want first, or I'm a woman, I could be, is that's that? Are you insane? Like to not acknowledge that you were born a man, that you have stronger muscles, that you know, to not acknowledge that.
Caitlyn Jenner said he shouldn't have won that shit. The first motherfucker to pull that shit.
Because it is some sensible transgender
Exactly.
people out here.
He said he shouldn't have won the shit.
Yes, I'm seeing
So what the fuck?
transgender women and men on panels that said like sometimes shit too far. Like it's a limit to what we should be able to do, and that's just this is what it is. This shit right here, and I think honestly, I'm gonna take it a step further. I think it's a little bit cynical. I think
It is.
as a human being, you know common sense.
Shit.
So to try to for Leah Thomas to try to make it seem like oh my god I do a car for this da, 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 and try to convince himself
And everybody else around him.
that he worked hard or she worked hard is just ridiculous. Because you know better. You know enough to know, like, nigga, you really know. Like,
Look
Man,
at her. Look at her face.
And put that work in.
Nigga, you serious, nigga? Like, come on, nigga.
Oh, she feeling it. Nah, them lips. Them
Oh.
lips ain't different.
yeah, alright.
She lied. What you saying? Talk that shit. But yeah, I don't want my daughter to practice for a sport her whole life to get to college and have to face this type of
Or,
situation.
Yeah, any
Because that
fucking
shit
sport.
bold.
I'm about to say, it almost seem experimental for real.
Cause,
shit
but then
bold as
again,
hell.
at that point, why attempt it then? If okay, say for example, it'd be a country-wide, like law saying that institutions, sports events, whatever, had to include, you know, the LGBT transgender community.
That's cool.
Well, why would the women even compete?
Well, what's
the
the point?
W fucking NBA. Imagine if any of the players in the NBA in the G League will say decided I want to become a woman.
They gonna bust that ass.
It's not even gonna be close. Games it's not gonna be no type of competitive or nothing. So what are we doing here? Like, what the fuck are we doing? Why the fuck is?
Give them their own space, dog.
Well, like you said, put them in their own lane.
I don't
Shit.
think it's enough.
I was gonna say just every team gotta have one or two. Then if that's the case, bro. Put them like that. Try to make the shit fair.
I don't think
But
there's enough transgender
still-
people
that's still not even fair.
to make
No.
their own leagues though.
That's still not even
They,
fair.
they gotta get something, dog.
Like I said, the nigga's a crybaby. He a
I can say
crybaby.
they shouldn't be. able to compete.
He was upset. He placed in 496 or something like that, and was like, you know what? I think I should take it a little further. I need to compete with women. Like, hell no. I ain't no
And
way.
then the fact that he was a male swimmer, transition, then still continued to swim, is kind of like that mean you knew what was about to come. Though.
Yeah, you knew you
that
weren't
was gonna
fucking
get a
with
better, you know.
your regular gender, so you had to cross over,
Yeah.
cross sports. It gets weird in America.
So do he swim in both sports or like how that work?
Nah, he women. He a woman now. She a woman now, so she decided to compete with women. She like in her head, she feel like, oh, she's doing the right thing, and I'm playing where I should be playing with the women.
Oh, yeah,
So
because
the
you're
nigga-
winning. So if he would have went over there losing, probably would have quit that shit too. Go over there and win, you feel good now. That's,
So what
what,
is-
that's what
but
I'm supposed
I
to
say if you transition to whatever, they should still let you compete in your biological, like for example, he should have still had to be like, no, you got to be with the man. Like the institutes, it's the institute's fault.
Yeah.
They acknowledging this shit, and that's more of an issue than anything else. The fact they
Yeah.
acknowledging. If you're a woman and you decide to become a man, you still have to fight in the the female UFC. That's how I
What's
feel
up?
like that's how it should be.
Your organs say different. I know what your outer shell say and look like, but your organs say different. So you still over there. Sorry. Now you can say hate crime, you can say discrimination, any of that. It's not what it is. We keeping the game fair. You go over there and get your ass beat. Then what?
Hey,
You ain't about to go over there and beat my
hold on.
motherfucking
Side
cousin
note,
up.
they lifting the
Travel ban for
vaccine.
him. For him. That's what's up.
So
I mean, I feel
he
like
be able to play home games.
I feel like anyway they was just keeping him fresh. They was fucking
So,
themselves up because when
and-
playoff time come, he gonna be.
Listen, that nigga just
destroying
dropped
their
51
ass.
game and then 60 another game, and what? 3 games he was able to play so far.
That nigga upset. That's what that is. I
Hey,
can't play at
he
home.
been hooping,
I'm about to go crazy everywhere else.
Brooklyn just shot up probably into like one of the favorites to come out the East.
Oh
now.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah, as long as they stay
yeah.
healthy.
Cause now he can play home games. Let me hear from the
I wouldn't
whole
even want to
playoffs.
play
And-
them bitches.
And James Harden ain't there, so you already know how they feel.
I wouldn't even want to play them bitches because
I'm
they
just
keeping him
saying.
fresh. He can only play away games.
That mean if they finish in the bottom seed and they got to play more away games in the playoffs, that mean he would most definitely be more of a better outcome because they can win in 7 games easy with this nigga. 4 games,
Well, I ain't gonna say easy because I feel like Milwaukee and like
What
But that's what I'm saying, depending on his placement in the seed, though.
Milwaukee.
Philly. I'm just saying there's this teams that's
A
still
team,
at the top. Like
depending on his seed placement, I still think they can win in 7 with 4 away games.
so you will have Brooklyn coming out the East, and then look, Colin Kaepernick talk about something. Y'all want to talk about Colin Kaepernick for a second?
Let me see what
What
I
about
can't
him?
see this.
Colin Kaepernick apparently put out videos.
I was saying he's still ready to play.
Say he's trying to play this like 5 years with the NFL, and they say Colin Kaepernick urged NFL teams to work him out. My talent will speak for itself. Now, my only issue with Colin Kaepernick, fat nose ass, is I respect everything Colin Kaepernick do. I'm a Colin Kaepernick fan. I need to get a Colin Kaepernick jersey, just for the record. Like I'm a
Want
huge
the black
fan,
and
and I
red
feel
one.
like he should go down in history as one of the few black, of our time, black leaders that led by
He's gonna
example.
be
Yeah,
last
so to
two
speak.
rounds.
All right.
But why, the way he depicted NFL is like some type of like plantation.
I see it like that too.
That's
Why would he want to come and play for that then?
Why renege?
That's my thing right there. Like I get
You've
it,
been playing. You've been practicing your whole life, like we was talking about,
Okay.
to get there.
but if you like his documentary on like he
Netflix,
was literally
yeah.
showing like this is basically what it
How
is, the
weird it took
combine
to
and all
get
that
there.
shit, and it's just like
Hate it.
My
Yeah,
nigga.
that shit was definitely saying exactly the same shit I was saying.
yeah. So it's kind of like why you fighting so hard to come back to a play. If anything,
Maybe
you
to
should be
make his-
trying harder to start like a
Create
own
your
NFL
own.
league or something. Like, yeah, if anything, you should
If
try
The
to
Rock
like,
did
get-
it, you could do it
yeah,
too.
or
It started with the younger people too.
put black people in a position to where they got more power in the NFL, something like that. But to try to just come and be another quarterback in a league owned by a white billionaire, is just like,
No renege on what you say, my
kinda
nigga. You
counterintuitive.
already doing good.
yeah, it's kind of counterintuitive to what he was. But I don't know.
Maybe
that
he's
was
trying to
just
change his fight. He's trying to get back in and fight from the inside. I don't know.
5 years.
It's gonna be hard though. Yeah.
I don't know, but going back to the Leah Thomas shit though, like motherfuckers, I get it, but the equality thing and let motherfuckers play wherever, but it's like stop it though, like.
So is you with it or against it?
But I'm against any type of transgender man trying to compete with women.
Same here.
Completely against
And the
It's-
reverse,
it's
vice
not making the
versa.
sport fair, bro. You taking the fairness away from the sport.
That
That's
shit
how I
is
feel about it.
completely unfair.
And vice versa. In the world, if the world want to go to that, then it's what, and it's not like it's not the NFL and NBA and all the
not
male
doing that
major
shit.
leagues is going to be good because no woman that's trying just to make gonna come play. It's just they just know they don't stand a chance. It's the women shit is already struggling. That's go take the biggest blow.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Exactly.
Like once
WNBA.
niggas start making it into the WNBA, they're trying to
WNBA.
that shit ain't gonna be close. Whatever team has the man on it, the transgender on it, so to speak.
I feel like they
I'm
all
about to
got,
go over here.
Dominate.
they all gonna have
I'm
one.
about to
at
go over
that
play with
point.
this.
They
nigga.
all have. Okay, so what if they start? What if it's a situation where this might be a reach, but what if it's a situation where they start pushing out all women?
Push
all the
completely
teams consist of transgender.
Completely out. Like
That's
So
what I'm
them
saying.
niggas
Just
gonna
go to their
be
own
in
sport, bro. Give them their own space.
Them niggas gonna be in there dunking and crying.
Transgender sports.
that's what I'm saying. Nigga
TGS.
already,
Just
he's
give
already
him
mad
that.
at the men for busting his ass.
That's
He goes
funny.
to the women. If you put a transgender in transgender sports gender, fucking category, he gonna be even more upset. Like, this is what I'm trying to get away from. But
So
this is what you
bad.
asked for, my nigga. Like,
Yeah, you started it. Give them their own space, bro. That's what I'm with. That's what I'm going with. Give them their own space to play sports. Don't mix them in, bro, because it's unfair as fuck.
y'all tried your experiment. I think it failed, like horribly. Just end that shit. For real.
That's it.
Shit, nah. I'm against it though.
Yeah, but I guess we can go ahead and wrap this one up. Now look, we will appreciate some comments about this one for sure. So go ahead, like, share, subscribe.
And
Tap in.
don't forget to let us know if you want to come on the show, whether it's on the TV or in person. Everybody is fucking welcome to give their opinions on whatever. Y'all can talk about whatever, and we can just go from there. Like, give us suggestions on topics and everything. Like, we definitely would love more engagements.
Yep.
Like, just for starters. So I'm just saying that. Like, don't ever think that we talking like we know everything. We definitely would like to appeal to every fucking body.
Yes, sir.
Open to love.
Well, you write it out then.
Damn.
Let's see. Fucking see.